You're watching Griffon Sports Insider, presented by Spine and Sport Physical Therapy. Now, here are your hosts, Brett Easley and Ryan Menley.
Hello and welcome to GSI for another week, which means another win for Missouri Western football, Brett Easley.
That's right, Ryan. We're enjoying it. The Griffons have moved up one spot in the AFCA poll. They're now number 7 and are 3-0 after marching through Nebraska Kearney last Saturday.
A patriotic evening at Spratt Stadium. Let's take a look back.
Week 3, Military Appreciation Night at Spratt Stadium, a slew of events in conjunction with the Army National Guard. Griffons also donning the black and gold camo against new MIAA foe, Nebraska Kearney. But a great night didn't start out so great for the Griffs. Starting linebacker Yami Ali lost early in the first quarter to a knee injury, did not return, and joins the rest of the walking Western wounded. Pick it up in a scoreless first quarter. Kearney trying to strike. Tyler Diamore going deep, but he's picked off by Mike Jordan. This number 23 plays football, that's a good thing. Griffs take over and unleash a 9-play, 93-yard drive, ending with this. Travis Partridge hits Mike Hill on the screen. Hill just runs through white jerseys to the end zone. He also ran for 160 yards on the night. Griffs take early command. Kearney would tie it at 7 in the second quarter, but the Griffon D then clamps down. David Bass swats away a pass. Very next play, kills the quarterback. 32nd career sack and adds to his school record. Griffon O struggled at times in the first half, but just before the half, they get going. Partridge fires a rocket to Derek Libby. 30-yard touchdown hookup. Griffs take a 14-7 lead to the locker room. The Apache taking off at halftime. Griffons taking off in the third quarter. Play of the night. Tyron Crockham, left side, literally is going to run his own reverse.
And I seen 3 people flooding that way. I didn't want to get smacked, so at the same time I was running, I was like, I'm about to get yelled at if I get tackled back here, so I better get inside the end zone. I got in there.
Griffs go up by 2 scores. The Lopers, meanwhile, going backwards. Ben Peaster, Austin Baska combined for the sack. A minute later, offense on the attack. Partridge lobs a grenade to the end zone. Reggie Jordan has it. Griffs up 28-7. Partridge 15-26 for 198 yards, 4 touchdowns through the air. He also rushed for 78 yards on the ground, the bulk of it coming here. He runs past everybody for a 42-yard score. The Griffs amass 549 yards of offense, and they roll to a 38-14 victory. Missouri Western now 3-0 on the season. They can salute and celebrate a special night.
Amazing. Salute to the military, all the troops. Thank you for what you do. The jersey's awesome. I think that's what helped us a lot. When you feel good, you look good, that's going to help with your game.
It's fun being a competitive game, and I think with our experience, we kind of knew how to handle it. Nobody really got rattled or down, and it was good to see. At halftime, we're like, okay, we're in a dogfight, let's go.
At halftime, we challenged them, say, look, it's a ball game, and it's not so bad to be in a ball game. We need to be in a ball game. We need to be battle tested. We haven't trailed yet. And to be up 7, it was a little bit more of a stress deal. And we came out second half and played like the team I think we are.
That was Coach Jerry Partridge on Saturday with the camo hat. This is Coach Jerry Partridge this week without the camo hat.
I like the camo hat on you.
Look good.
I didn't, but
okay.
I wear hats to cover up, for practical usage to cover up sun.
Well, it looked good. And you know what, though? We had black pants on Saturday. Last week, somebody said on this show that they were going with gold pants in the camo. We went with black. Did you take our advice? Or
no.
Did you call GQ?
Players voted, and they went with black. Yeah, that looked great. I thought it was just a great look to it. And what a great idea to wear the camo jerseys and to honor our military, and great for them to fund it. It was nice.
Will you wear those again this year?
I'm tempted. I really am tempted. That was a great look.
What did you learn about your team on Saturday night?
We handled adversity well. I think that's the first thing I think of. It was a tough half. It was a difficult half. Not everything goes smooth all the time. Even if you win the national and world championship, you have moments. And we made some mistakes. We kind of kept them in a little bit. They played hard. They give scholarships too. Really outstanding third quarter. We played like a really good football team in that third quarter and put that thing where it needed to be put and finish it off with a win.
Well, the popular question in the media the first couple weeks, even leading into week 3, Travis Partridge throwing the football. Well, I tell you what, Saturday night we started to see it, especially early in the game. He throws 4 touchdown passes. Talk about that aspect.
Well, we've completed a very high percentage so far this year. We've been where we need to be with it. I think efficiency-wise, I imagine he's very high up there in a very high efficiency ranking. we haven't thrown for the yards yet, but we have a guy that started a nation in rushing, and we've had games where every fourth quarter we've played so far, the game really has been, for all practical purposes, get the game over with mode. In essence, we've only thrown the ball, 2 of the games we've only thrown the ball for 75% of the game, and 1 of the games we only threw it for half the football game. So you're really looking at about, my math is what we were missing, a game of throwing the football, and so that's really what it amounts to.
Key injury on Saturday, and it kind of adds to a growing list, and that's got to be concerning. But Yami Ali is your starting linebacker, who's a really good one, goes down with a knee injury. I know it's early in the week. What's the latest on him?
Don't have the latest yet. We're not sure. Really. It's I'm sure he's out this week and beyond. But there's still that possibility that his season could be lost. And, he's a great, really, really good football player. It's sad, but we've really taken a hit. We've had some injuries. I'm kind of sick of having a knee injury every week, and that's kind of what's happened so far. And just having some of the ones we had before the season even started, we've really lost 4 linemen that we felt we'd have going into this week. We're down 4 guys. We may get Leonard Wester back, possibly. And then you're talking about Stephon Weaver, who's a good young receiver that broke his fibula pregame against Central Missouri. Losing Dalton Kreisa early is definitely a pain. And then Steven Juergens and Yami Ali, our 2 fastest linebackers, are kind of on the shelf right now.
Juergens be back next week?
It's a possibility. I think it's questionable. He got it scoped last Tuesday. There's some kids there that are really well trained at that position. They've been biding their time. They know what we want out of Missouri Western linebackers, and I think they'll do a good job.
Well, 3 games now in the books, and all 3 successful. 3-0 at home, good victory Saturday night. We could ask this question every week. Looking at what we know about the MIAA now, especially looking at the 5 new teams in the league, including Southwest Baptist, who's back now as a football playing member, all 5 of those teams are 2-13. As you look at the league through 3 weeks, what do we know? What can we take away from things?
Probably nothing. It's hard to determine what's going on. Central Oklahoma played Pittsburgh State very well in the jungle. They lost a close game in Missouri Southern. Emporia, it's hot right now. They're playing pretty good. Northeastern Oklahoma took Washburn to the wire. It's hard to read into it, really.
Do you think the league's watered down?
No, I don't think so. I think there's still very good teams in there. Okay, the latest AFCA poll, in our region, the top 13 teams are 6 of them and 4 of the Griffin's conference. So I don't know how watered down it is.
We'll talk about another MIAA foe when you head on the road for the first time this season to Fort Hays this Saturday. We'll talk about that next on GSI.
I am a Griffin.
My job is to lead the march.
My job is to carry the load.
My job is to hunt you down.
This is Griffon football.
This is Griffon football.
I am your physical therapist. My job is to crack the whip, push you. Got an ache? I've got the remedy. Muscles weak? I'll make you strong. Whatever it is, I will get you better. I'm Nikki Hilgenberg, and this is Spine and Sport.
We are here with prediction czar Bo White. What do you want to call this? We're calling this beatboxing with Bo. Here we go. Bo, we're looking forward to next week. I need a prediction. What's going to happen out at Hays? Griffins at Fort Hays State.
I can't see a lot of good things happening for Hays this week. Prediction 63-10.
63-10. That's a pretty bold prediction. Can you tell me, elaborate on that? How's it going to play out?
Total pain.
Boxing with Bo.
Hey, we always turn to the experts on this show, don't we?
And you know what?
And
he predicted 28-13 over Kearney and 38-14 last week, so he was close.
He was wrong.
Bo White, he's got your back.
Thank you, Bo, for giving them bulletin board material. I appreciate it, buddy.
Hey, Fort Hays, 0-3 on the year. You beat them 55-17 last year. It's kind of a Bo White prediction.
We've had some success in Hays.
Yeah. It's they're going to play hard. I like their head coach a lot. Good guy, Coach Brown, and They got their tailgate thing going on. I mean, they're going to play really hard. We're going to get a lot of emotion early. They got quarterbacks that can run a little bit and make some things happen. We have not contained quarterback scrambles very good this year. There's been some big runs in that area. We push up the field pretty good and we get after it, but we turn them loose a little bit. And not having a guy like Yami to erase those scrambles could hurt us a little bit. But, last year, they really – we're going to try to catch our defense's attention a little bit because those first 2 drives, 4 days went down, stuck it in there and scored, and we're up 14-7 on us early.
Well, a lot of side notes in this game, one of which we mentioned Michael Hill in the first segment. He's now 57 yards away from becoming the all-time leading rusher at Missouri Western. I reflect, I think last game epitomized Michael Hill's career. He can beat you with speed, but I tell you what, he had some NFL film-style runs in that game where he just runs over some guys. Just talk about that and talk about him approaching this record.
He's a very physical guy, and that's who he is. And he's not very comfortable tackle. I just hope he stays healthy. I hold my breath and pray that that's what happens. Great young man, deserving young man. I don't assume anything. I don't assume the next minute of my life, and certainly we don't assume this record. And I think that I want the best for Michael, and I certainly hope he can get that record this week and hope we get a win.
Well, he's rushed for 539 yards. We can talk about what's already happened. 539 yards, 8.2 yards per carry this season through 3 games. Did you expect that? I mean, we expected him to be good, but those kind of numbers are ridiculous, right?
Well, he's broke some long runs, especially against William Jules. Broke some huge
92 yards.
And they were pretty soft in the secondary a little bit, so I don't think they tackled very well. And I don't know that Carney's speed in the secondary is very good either, so that's a little bit why he had the big runs.
I get a lot of credit for asking good questions during Easley's tantalizing trio every week, and I really don't, actually. I don't. I made that up. I just played off that.
Yeah.
So, but again, guys, good questions this week.
Great.
Surprisingly enough.
Can't wait.
Coach P, the summer calendar ends, I believe, this Saturday. Actually, I think the first day of fall is this Saturday. And one of the things I know you like to do in the summer when you're not watching film is you like to play golf. Talk about how your golf game was this summer.
Did not feel very good about my game, so it wasn't worth my time at that point. But I'll pick it up again next year.
You're in charge of bringing the food to the tailgate, the grilling food. What do you bring, and are you the guy that cooks it when you get there? Is somebody else the chef?
I do cook burgers a lot.
Okay.
I think probably at a tailgate party, though, I would probably turn that over to other people that really feel like they're really special in that category. Burgers is what I would have to do.
Finally, other than the ultimate result Saturday night, you made some comments about Saturday night and how special that was. What was your favorite part of Military Appreciation Night?
Being under a tree after a win, honestly.
There you go.
That's how practical I am with it. But I thought it was really cool, the opening, the Star Spangled Banner, the flag there. I know my daughter was out holding the flag, and there's actually a picture I have now that my daughter texted me that there's a picture from behind I was praying. I pray during the national anthem usually, just for safety and those type of things, and there's a picture of the flags, and it was pretty cool looking.
Griffon baseball player Jared Bell took that picture.
That's what I heard.
Props to him.
What do you think of the smoke?
Yeah, it was good. It was cool. I think the helmet, we've really got a great game day atmosphere, and it's a credit to you guys in athletics at what's been created there. I mean, we're playing pretty good too, but I think there's also that extra effort in athletics that's helping us.
Well, we'd rather see you keep winning than have a great game day atmosphere. Both are good, but let's get a win at 4.
Hayes America, Saturday night.
America.
Hayes America.
Jerry Partridge, we'll be right back. Spine and Sport Physical Therapy.
Train like the pros, my friends.
The most helpful physical therapist in the world on balance.
Don't lose it. Stay healthy, my friends.
Missouri Western soccer's off to a 1-1 start in MIAA play. The Griffons fell 2-0 in the conference opener at Truman last Friday, but came back for a 2-1 overtime victory at Lindenwood on Sunday. The Griffons now sit 3-3 overall. Welcome back. One of the many reasons for soccer's rebuilding success is a freshman defensive midfielder.
She won't show up much on the stat sheet, but Sydney Andrews is a special player for many reasons.
First and foremost, she's a great kid, but on top of that, she's a great soccer player.
As a freshman midfielder for Missouri Western,
I started playing when I was about 5.
5 years old.
Yeah.
It's clear Sydney Andrews has a sixth sense of sorts for soccer.
My vision is just really good. I know where my players are at.
While her sense of sight may be sharp on the pitch, the sense of sound is absent.
I was born deaf. I am profoundly deaf in this ear, my left, and I am moderate sloping to profound in my right. So I have to read lip in order to understand what you guys are saying.
In a game where communication is key, there are obvious challenges.
It's hard for them to communicate with me, my teammates, and it's hard I can't hear the coaches, I can't hear the players, so it's difficult,
But she definitely, doesn't use that as an excuse. She excels, which is pretty special.
In fact, Sydney's used her disability to chase down dreams. In the summer of 2012, the Wichita, Kansas native traveled to Turkey as a member of the U.S. women's deaf soccer team. She helped Team USA win the Deaf World Cup.
You won a gold medal.
Yeah, we did. It's awesome. Just to get that put around my neck, it was amazing. So unreal.
Sydney Andrews continues to achieve dreams and surpass goals. She always wanted to play college soccer. Not only is she doing that now, she started every game for the Griffons as a true freshman.
She has the capability of being one of the better players on our team as a freshman.
For it to happen, it's awesome. I mean, if you want to do that, go and do it, because it happened for me and it worked out really well. I mean, the only thing stopping you is yourself. So if you want to do it, you can do it. Just set your mind to it.
Sydney Andrews and the Griffons back in action this Friday night at 7 o'clock p.m. when they host rival Northwest.
Griffon Volleyball currently sits 7-4 on the young season, but a tough opening week of MIAA play last week for Coach Corey Frederick's crew. They lost 2 of 3, falling to Northwest, beating Missouri Southern, and then falling to Emporia.
I think the couple losses last week were tough. They were close, and while I want our team to focus on making those better, we need to learn from them and remember we're 7-4 and we have a chance to have a really, really good season this year.
Still, the young Griffons are trying to find their footing and have no choice but to grow up fast, because now there's only one active senior on the roster. That's after senior Lindsey Williams went down with a severe knee injury Friday. It happened after a service ace, actually during it. Her volleyball career is likely over, but she's in good spirits.
That, and we're such a young team, but I mean, I can have an impact on and off the court. I did last year, so.
Griffons back in action this weekend. They host Central Missouri Friday night and Lindenwood Saturday afternoon.
And we'll be right back.
The most helpful physical therapists in the world on dodgeball.
You'll never know when three-dimensional flexibility will come in handy. Stay healthy, my friends.
All right, we're here with Tyron Crockham, wide receiver, Missouri Western football, talking about an athletic profile using an NFL combine drill. This is a speed and agility drill using cones, and we're going to highlight some of the technology we have at Spine and Sport using this time force plate. So Tyron is standing on this black mat that has sensors in there. We're going to do this L drill, which is specific for speed, footwork, and quickness. And as he starts from this and then finishes on this gives us a time. So if you're an athlete, pre-season, we do an athletic profile on your speed and agility. We get a pre-season time. If you get injured, we don't want that to happen, but sometimes injuries happen. If you get injured, we then know in your rehab process what we got to rehab you back to. This is part of an athletic profile. So Tyron's going to demonstrate this for us. We've got him set up here on the mat. He toes the line and hands into his three-point stance. He is going to start on his mark, set, go. He goes to the line, touches right hand, comes back, goes around the cone, around the curve, curls it, comes back. And as he comes back, touches on the line, and that's his time, 7.15 seconds. Guys, that's incredibly fast. Tyron is a high-level athlete. He trains like the pros with speed, agility, power, explosiveness. You want to know what your time is before an injury happens. That helps us rehab you better. If you need an athletic profile, we do that at Spine and Sport, and that's how we train like the pros at Spine and Sport.
I am a running back. My job is to carry the load. Need an inch? I'll take a yard. Maybe 10, maybe 30. Give me room and I'll be gone. Get in my way and I will run you over. I'm Michael Hill. And this is Griffon football.
Tailgate of the week right here. We're in Lot I, and we're with some diehard tailgaters this week. I'm with my good buddy Jerry Myers. Now, Jerry, finger foods this week. Tell me why.
Oh, because we took part of the National Guard's tent with their hot dogs and hamburgers, and we thought, well, we'd just have the cookies and finger food and desserts, that sort of thing.
Now you're talking finger food. I mean, you got bacon wrapped scallops.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have shrimp cocktail? I mean, those are finger foods to me.
Those are all gone.
Those are all gone, of course. Now, I want to talk to another guy, and I want to get a good comment. He's right over here. This is my good buddy, Bernie Coy. Bernie, you're here in Lot I. This seems to be the place to be, doesn't it?
It is the only place to be.
He says it's the only place to be. Now, elaborate on this good start. How far can this team go this year?
We're going to go all the way.
All the way. Simple as that. Well, Vernie, and everybody here at this tailgate, for being our tailgate of the week, that's $50 towards your next Griffon tailgate. Compliments of our good buddy Scott Graham. Well, what does that get you for next week?
A lot of good times and a lot of pleasure.
You know what?
Get to see the Griffs.
Welcome back. Time for role play. Let's
Yeah,
get right into
can't
it.
wait.
Brett Easley,
Who am I?
You this week
Been
are
losing
Chiefs
sleep over this.
quarterback Matt Castle.
Whoa, yes.
You know what? You
Finally.
threw for 300 yards Sunday in Buffalo.
did.
But you did it mostly in garbage time, and this season just not looking good for you.
My underneath routes are covered because teams know that's the only route I can throw. I can't throw it deep. I can't stay upright. I can't get rid of the football. I can't squeeze it in, but when my receivers are covered, I can't throw it tight. I do deserve all the criticism. I'm not very good. I need to be out of Kansas City.
Ouch. Yeah, that's
good enough? Oh, sorry. Let me comb my hair again.
Back to Brett. Okay,
back to reality. Out-of-body experience. Ryan Menley, you're quite possibly the most famous person we've ever had in role play.
Me? Myself?
You are Griffon running back Michael Hill.
Oh,
you break the all-time rushing record this week, you need just 57 yards.
57 yards? Are you really asking me that question? Have you seen my commercial? Get in my way and I will run you over.
You did last week. A lot of
That's
NFL
right.
films rushes.
I'm running everybody over. And yes,
You are.
I'm going to get it at Fort Hays, but you know what? That is not what defines me. No, I'm going to be successful no matter what I do after MIAA football, whether that's in the NFL or just in life.
Without a doubt.
I am a good guy, and I just want to win. I am one of those guys, when I tell you I don't care about individual records, I really don't. Time now for our pick-up segment, and look who the man of the hour this week to be sour.
He's back. Boy, my son is going to think I'm a rock star. He idolizes Max, and here he is right here in the flesh.
Who's the winner this week, Max? It's
back again.
Really tired.
Through Max's wisdom.
We got
together on last week's picks. We were undefeated.
You went undefeated. You went 6-0 last week. I went 5-1. Let's get right after it for this week. MIAA. Are you ready, Brett Easley?
Can't wait.
All right, 3-0 Truman at 2-1 Central Missouri. Did I say 3-0 Truman? Well, who you got?
Well, I tell you what, Truman's the best of the rest, but they are the rest. Central Missouri wins. That'll be double digits down there.
I will agree with that on that one. Okay, now for the rest of the MIAA, we're not going to go
boy, look at these
picks.
matchups.
Here it is. There are 5, count them, 5, 3-0 versus 0-3 matchups this week. That's terrible. We got 3-0 us at 0-3 Hayes. We've got 0-3 Southwest Baptist at 3-0 Missouri Southern. We've got 3-0 Washburn at 0-3 Central Oklahoma. We've got 3-0 Emporia at 0-3 Northeastern State. You follow me here, Matt? We've got 0-3 Lincoln at 3-0 Pittsburgh. So the question this week, Brett Easley, which winless team, if any, will earn victories?
I can tell you which one it's not going to be. Lincoln's not going to win at Pittsburgh. You know what? Give me the Broncos of Central Oklahoma. They've got the best chance. Washburn 3-0 down there.
Okay, Max, give me some help here. What do you think? Okay, I'll take that. Max says Southwest Baptist will beat Missouri Southern.
Wow.
Big 12 now. K-State, 15th in the nation at number 6 Oklahoma this weekend. Who you got?
I'll tell you what, this is intriguing. This is going to be a football game, too. Bill Snyder can coach. Him and his Sanzabelts can coach. But give me the Sooners. Give me Bob Stoops and his club.
I'll take that same thing. You playing it safe this week, really? Come on. KU at Northern Illinois. Come on, pick me a winner here.
I don't know if you'll think this is a safe pick or not. Give me the Jayhawks. Dane Christ, Charlie Weiss, and crew. The Jayhawks went on a road. They were competitive last week. And I'm a Tiger fan.
This is
give
where
me the Jayhawks.
Pick them. Give me Northern Illinois.
Wow.
No chance. Missouri at number 7 South Carolina in the SEC.
How about that quarterback war? A lot of people think James Franklin should have played last week. Bergstresser plays instead. This will be a game. It's on CBS, but South Carolina wins. They're at home.
I agree. 0-2 Chiefs at the 0-2 Saints. Who you got?
One of them's obviously not going to be 0-2, and it's not going to be the boys in red and gold. Drew Brees, they'll put him in the Hall of Fame immediately after this game because he'll throw for 900 yards. The Saints win.
You've got to hold that belt up proudly.
You've got to hold it high, don't I? I'm kind of taking it for granted, aren't I?
The only battle of unbeatens in the NFL in Week 3. Philadelphia at Arizona. Who you got?
You want to talk about an upset? How about Arizona going to New England and winning last week? Yeah. They win this week, too. I'm not terribly impressed with the Eagles. Arizona wins at home.
Give me Eagles. We're going to be different. That's GSI for this week. And as always, everybody,
go Griffs!
Clausen will hold no wind to speak of. The kick is up. It is long enough, and it is good! Greg Zerline from fires away.
Greg Zerline came to me before football season last year. He just had hip surgery. He tore his labrum, which is a piece of cartilage around the hip socket. And in that surgery, they also found out he had a torn quad.
I was still having problems with my leg, and I wasn't kicking the ball as far, and I'd always have pain in my leg after kicking.
No one really found the cause of the injury. They fixed the symptom. But when he came to me, we found out that his left leg, his plant leg, was really unstable. The cause of his right hip quad tear was the fact that he wasn't balanced. So we analyzed his technique and his form, and then we went to work.
Working with Fred, he helped me correct that with some of his exercises, and going to his clinic really helped me, my leg to be fresh after kicking, and after working with him a few times, I could tell the pain would start to go away.
We have that training, that background. We have the facilities with the pool, with our technology to really train people how to perform at the highest levels.
I've done stuff that I've never done at any other physical therapy place, and I've been to a lot of physical therapists, so it helped me, and so I think it'd be a good place to go in the future, and I'll continue to work with him whenever I'm back in town.
1 for 58, high snap. Zerline's first NFL kick is
Train like the pros. He's been a great person to work with, and exemplifies what we're trying to do here.